Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. Now I cannot believe it's that time of the week yet again. Raw is done and dusted and it's time to look at the latest Alexa Bliss, Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy shenanigans. But before we get into the juicy stuff, as always, be really appreciative if you could like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. And of course, as always, jump into the comments section and share your thoughts and opinions.
So yet again, we saw the Bray Wyatt logo in another Alexa Bliss segment, this time in the ring after her matchup that she was victorious in against Bayley for her #1 contendership for the Raw Women's title. And just as she was about to, or you thought she was about to, embrace Bianca, sort of acknowledge her, sort of a respect kind of thing, she went to shake her hand. That wasn't enough, so you thought she's going to go in for a full-on bear hug, and then the Bray Wyatt logo was in the background, and that influenced Alexa Bliss, snapped her into some sort of trance as she went to go for and attempt the Sister Abigail, but then bailed out and seemingly snapped out of the trance she was in. And you could see Bianca was like, what the heck is going on? What is going on with you, Alexa? Who on earth am I going to meet in the ring for the Raw Women's title? Now, one thing I've noticed with all these teasers is we can't say for sure that this is Uncle Howdy, because we've seen the logo and we've seen that sort of green background that we saw back at Extreme Rules. And remember, on the TV in the Funhouse at Extreme Rules, the mask said, "Who killed the world? You did, madam. We did." So are the mask and the darker side of Alexa Bliss a completely separate entity from Uncle Howdy, who we assume is the dark side of Bray? And it feels very much like this mask, in a way, is trying to reincarnate maybe Sister Abigail to then resurrect the Fiend, and potentially this is a different, darker entity that's part of this whole Bray Wyatt storyline. We've seen the Bray Wyatt logo, but we haven't necessarily seen anything to confirm this is Uncle Howdy haunting or teasing Alexa Bliss. Now, it's likely that it is, and he's trying to get the dark out of Alexa Bliss, and both in time, in tune with each other. You got Alexa and Bray getting turned to the dark side against their wishes. But at this stage, it's too hard to tell whether this entity is trying to cause disruption on Alexa Bliss or trying to help. We'll certainly see in the matchup between Alexa and Bianca what the outcome of all this is going to be. But I've got to feel that this logo, this entity, what on earth it is, we don't know for sure at this stage, is going to cost Alexa Bliss, and that will cause a full Alexa Bliss turn, a dark turn. Now remember, a dark turn doesn't mean heel Alexa. It still could be babyface Alexa, and then maybe the whole time we've been seeing this red and blue contrast in Bray Wyatt promos, that maybe that signifies that Alexa is the dark side of Raw and Bray is the dark side of SmackDown. The likelihood, of course, is that just represents good and evil, but also you can't rule off the fact that maybe down the line they want to shake the roster up a bit, and after inevitably, I'm assuming Alexa loses to Bianca, because I can't see Alexa taking the title off Bianca like now. I really don't feel that that's going to happen. I feel that Bianca will probably lose her title on the grandest stage of them all at somewhere like WrestleMania, of course, but you never know. They might swerve us. They might push Alexa straight in. I don't think they will. I think this story is certainly just getting started, so I don't think they're going to put the strap straight on Alexa, but potentially that could open her up to transition over to SmackDown, and we could, of course, know who's on SmackDown, Mr. Bray Wyatt, and that could cause all sorts of shenanigans. But at this early stage, it certainly looks like, again, a split personality gimmick from Alexa. She tried the therapy, it hasn't worked, and now she's getting these subtle transitions to potentially a darker side. And even the commentators are putting over in the ring how Alexa is finding this newfound aggression, and that's helping her in the ring, and that's what she's been lacking, which I like, because that is actually what she's been lacking. She's been too happy smiley, the happy-go-lucky punk rock babyface chick, and I'm liking this darker turn. And fear not, if we're going to get Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss in some form of reunion, you've got to bet that this time around it is going to be 10 times better if this is the way they go with things, because the first time around, you've got to remember, it was full-on supernatural. Maybe this time they want to go down the psychological route, and maybe this is the way that Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss wanted things to play out in the first place before Vince got his hands on it. And maybe we just give them a second chance. Maybe things will be different second time around. I'd love the concept of having a male and female character with this multi-personality gimmick where they can snap between good and evil. It gives a fresh dynamic, it keeps things exciting, and it keeps the storyline fresh throughout as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens. And you've got to think that Bliss is going to snap. If she loses to Bianca, she lost back at Elimination Chamber at the start of this year. She is not going to want to lose twice, so that could be the breaking point for Alexa and the transition in her character. We'll have to wait and see. But everything is up in the air at the moment. It could go so many routes. We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. But thanks so much for watching this video. As always, be really appreciative if you can like the video, share the video, and even better, subscribe if you're new. And also get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions. How do you think this is playing out? And we'll catch you in the next video.